Hello.
Uh, yeah, Harry. The first thing, the question that you posted across to me today in the morning, I was in a hurry to board my cab and all those things. I didn't look into it in the right way. Anyway, see, the issue with respect to, that was a warning message in the first place, okay, that you got it across. So, which is still not an issue at all. In case if you want to go ahead and select costing and then proceed further, you'll still be okay with it. In case if you don't select costing and if you just click on enter and save it across, it will still allow you to go proceed further with that. That shouldn't have any kind of an issue as such.
Okay, okay, okay. Uh,
Okay?
yeah. Just a minute. Sunny, are you there, Sunny?
Yeah, tell me.
Can you make me as an organizer so
I
that
made
I
you
can
already.
record the session? Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir. I didn't get time to practice actually. Morning I tried for half an hour. Then
Mm-hmm.
that was the time I was sending you this thing. Then I was busy and half an hour back I was back. I came from office, so
Okay.
maybe probably I'll try. Uh, I'll
Mm-hmm.
start
Okay.
practicing. Maybe after this meeting I'll try.
Okay. Okay. No problem. So, a small recap on where we stopped yesterday. Just 1 minute. What is my? Yes, it is here. So, what we did was we created a vendor master using the T code XK01. We changed the vendor master using XK02, XK03 to display the changes, 04 to identify the changes that were done to our vendor master. Okay. Likewise, XK05 to block it across, 06 to
To
set up,
flag those.
to flag a vendor part deletion, and XK07. I gave you
Then
an
for
FS
saying
also on
that
this.
account number change.
Yes, accounting group change, account group,
Account
vendor
number.
account group
Yeah.
change, on which we did discuss about the trial vendor concept. Okay, and then MKVZ. Okay, this is a T code for list of vendors. All these things were discussed across in yesterday's class. Correct, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, we'll proceed further today, and prior to we starting it over with everything, we will have to start with one important thing, which is MK01 and FK01. Okay, so what is FK01 and what is MK01 as?
Uh, One doubt I have actually. Morning I practiced for some time. I had one doubt. This
Mm-hmm,
user departments, which is coming in the material type.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that comes from a reference from anywhere, like whether it is coming from views or how does we what is the link between this thing in the material type and
While
the
creating a
backend
material.
elements? Yeah, creating the
No,
material.
at the backend, when we go to the T code OMS2 or while we create a material type, okay, this material type is linked across to the user departments. Okay, that's the significance of a material type actually. In case if
Okay.
I
So,
if my business says, just 1 minute, if my business
uh,
says I'll be maintaining this particular material, okay, under this particular material type, and I'll be maintaining only three different views. Say for example, data, purchasing, and accounting view. I don't want any other views. Okay, my user at the time of creating a material is making use of many other fields which are of no use to me. Okay, so I don't want all these views. I just need only these three views. And in case if I need to with an what is that MRP view, I'll ask you people to re-add it whenever I need it. But for now, I don't need it at all. So at this point of time, I'll go to the backend to the material type views, okay, and then I'll change the user departments over there accordingly. If I select these three views, it simply means that these three views only will flow to the front end while creating a material master.
okay. My question was in MM50 we will extend the views, right? So that extending that views and this user department really does have any connection, like for the one material if you are extending
Definitely,
right.
definitely you have a link. Give a try, okay? In the user departments, you just select only three different views, okay? Say for example, the purchasing, accounting, and the basic data view. And once you create a material, you go to MM50, okay? And then try extending the material. Let's see how it's gonna behave, okay?
Okay, okay.
I mean, do you want me to give the answer also, or you want to give a try?
I'll give it a try. But might be. I will say what I am predicting. Whether my prediction is correct or not, you just
Okay.
acknowledge me. Like, what my thinking is like what in MM50 the views which we are extending. All
Mm-hmm.
those views will be replicating here in this thing. So
In
if the
in
if the
in where?
sorry.
Where? In MM50, you will try extending the material masters. Let's say example, okay. In the material type ZROH you created, and you have only three different user departments. Okay, one is basic data, accounting data, and purchasing data. These are the only three views that you are selected for now. Okay, you
Okay.
try creating a material with the same three different views. Okay, and the material number is X. We have material number X, and now you go to MM50 and you are trying to extend the material using MM50. For example, we are extending it across for MRP. Let's assume that it's for MRP view or warehousing view. Okay.
Okay.
So now, what is it according to you? Will that get
Uh,
extended across, or
Yeah,
how is
I
it?
will. No, for example, that is extended for that material type. But until and unless if we will that if we are choosing for that material type,
Mhm.
uh, for that material, okay, it is happening in the material type.
Material type will control the user departments. User departments will not control the material type.
Okay,
Understood?
okay, okay. So if we didn't select if we extend there and if we didn't select here for that particular material, that view won't work.
Should it work or not?
It should not work actually.
Exactly. In MM50, if you go and try extending the material across, it shouldn't work. Even though if it says it's getting extended across or not, you will still not be able to view the extensions
Okay,
because user departments are controlled across. We didn't select the warehousing and the MRP views in the back end, right? So,
okay,
logically speaking, in the front end, it's not going to work.
okay, okay, fine.
Okay?
Yeah,
Shall
okay,
we
we can
proceed with
proceed.
today's class?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Today's class, we'll start over with where we left over and whichever the topics which I haven't covered on when a master. Okay. There is one T code called as FK01. Yeah. Likewise, there is another T code called as MK01. Okay. The combination of two is nothing but XK01, wherein it's a centralized vendor concept. Okay. What happens in FK01 and what happens in MK01, we'll learn it across and I'll tell you what it is going to be. Slash in FK01. Okay. We'll go back to, I mean, it will still be the same screen. Okay. You see now here, right? What is this? Company
This
code.
company code.
Correct, right? Okay. I'll open another screen. I'll open one more screen. Wait. Slash in MK01. Likewise, slash in XK01. Okay, we have it. Okay, this is FK01. You see this, right? FK01. This is MK01. It's yet to load.
Okay.
Let me refresh it across 1 minute. It's ready. Okay, this is MK01. You see this? What is this? This is purchase organization.
Okay.
Correct, right?
Yes.
However, in the FK01, it was company code.
Okay.
And likewise, when you go to XK01, you have what? Company code and also the purchase organization, which means this is the centralized one. Earlier days, what used to happen is either finance team or the procurement team, what they used to do is they used to create a vendor. Okay, they used to create a vendor with their respective details. Say for example, if it was a finance team, they used to create a vendor with finance details, and if it was an purchasing team, they used to create a vendor with purchasing organization details. And it was a little hectic, and certain times what used to happen is there used to be replications also. So in order to avoid that, there came up a concept called a centralized vendor concept. Okay, so what in FK01 happens is we're going to create a vendor again. I'll show you what it does, how it's going to behave as well, which is very important. Okay, in this I'll be getting only the views pertaining to the company code, and likewise for MK01 you will be getting only the views pertaining to purchasing.
1 minute. Yesterday when we see create vendor, it was the same code.
No, it was XK01. That is
Yeah,
what
but
it was. XK01. This is a centralized vendor concept. Okay, XK01 is completely a centralized vendor concept.
okay.
This, I mean, the reason why I'm talking about this FK01 and XK01 is there are certain companies still in the world wherein they make use of this concept. Okay.
Okay.
So,
There's three different concepts as well.
yes,
Right.
not
Okay.
actually three different. There are two different concepts. One is centralized, other one is individual vendor concept. Okay.
Okay.
But again, there is one more trick in this. You'll need to be aware about it. What I am a finance guy. What I'll do is I'll create a vendor. Okay. Harry Group. Okay. Harry Group is the name of my vendor, and I'll create it across. I'll click on enter. It would take some time for the first time. Never mind about it. Okay. And click on enter again. Click on enter. Until and unless it's going to prompt me and ask me for some valid fields or mandatory fields, I'll keep on going on by clicking on OK and enter. Okay, click on enter. Enter. Now, you didn't see any purchasing views over here, right? I just keyed in only the financial details and the general informations. Apart from that, haven't keyed in anything over here. Now, we have a vendor number which was generated accordingly with reference to FK01. Okay, I got the vendor number. Now, how will a purchasing team create a vendor?
They will create with a different.
MK01. MK01 is a T code. That's correct. That's absolutely perfect. I got no issues with that. But what will be the vendor name? It's still supposed to be Harry Group.
Yes.
Correct, right? So what's the vendor name or a vendor number?
This should be the same number.
Exactly. So what used to happen in earlier days was finance team used to create a vendor according to their mission will. Likewise, I mean, what happens is the vendor management team share the details with finance team saying that these are details. You go ahead and create a vendor master. And also what they used to do is they used to share the details with the purchasing team, and they used to ask them to create a vendor master. There used to be two different numbers. Okay, there used to be two different numbers which used to be created across. But logically speaking, that is wrong. Why? If I create a vendor with X with FK01, and if I create a vendor with Y in MK01, from which vendor will I be procuring, and to which vendor will I be making the payments to? I'll be making the payments to X. I'll be procuring the material from Y. This is how it seems.
So it seems for procurement team, the vendor number is something else, and for finance it is other number. That's what
earlier it was.
Earlier,
yes,
okay.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
So what's the vendor number here is 100268.
Got it. Yeah.
Control copy.
Okay. Yeah. So they will do all the transaction for this vendor code, and payment will be on other vendor code.
Correct. So it is not tally across, right? That's the reason why I came up this concept called XK01 in order to avoid confusions. However, the right way to create a vendor master using MK01 is using the same vendor code that was created by finance team. Logically speaking, what was supposed to happen is finance team or a purchasing team, whoever is the one who is creating it for the first time, will share the details of the vendor number with the other teams. Say for example, I am from a finance team. I create a vendor number and I'll send a mail saying that, Bus, I have created this vendor. Go ahead and extend the vendor to your details, which is your purchasing organization details. This is what I would say. Understood?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So now what I'm doing is I'm extending the vendor to purchase organization view. See, it went to the purchasing data. It didn't even ask me for the general data and all those things because it was already keyed in. Okay. I'll click on enter and save. Now, one more thing is if you go to this xk02, okay, /n xk02, you'll still be able to view the vendor. See, this vendor, whichever was created separately for company code and separately for purchase organization, can still be viewed here. Whatever the details that we keyed in over here and both different T codes, it can still be found here. Extended withholding, tax functionality, that's fine. That was a warning message, which is still okay. See, you go here, purchasing data, everything is included over here. Correct, right?
So if you create a vendor in either of them, it will replicate here. So, but if you create here, okay, this will be the centralized one, right?
It will still be there. Say for example, I think yesterday we created 267. No, has not been created. Yesterday's vendor 233 is one vendor number I remember. 223 or 233. I don't know. Let me see. 23. Yes, it's there, right? 223 is there. Correct, right? I'll go out of it. You come here /n fk03 or 02. Okay. Now the same vendor will still be able to view. See, it's still there. It's vice versa. Okay. But again, if you go here and paste the same vendor and if you check it across, it will be MK03, right? MK03, go to the same vendor. You can only view the purchasing data. Okay, this is financial data, this is purchasing data, and this is complete vendor setup.
Okay, got it.
That's the reason why it's called a centralized vendor concept. Okay, this is one thing I wanted to talk about. Along with that, this is done now. Now, this is one thing. Along with this, the backend settings. Okay, so what happens now is /xk01 is a T code. I want this to be in the same way. I'll go to img, I have it, /I.
Did you check that question that regarding this thing yesterday? We marked one question, right? That Excel file.
The warehouse one, right?
Yeah.
Change material type with stock and warehouse. Don't worry about it. I'll talk about it in the by the end of this class itself. Okay? I'll show it to you. Okay? I'll complete off this backend settings of the vendor master, and I'll show you about this thing.
Sure.
Okay. So the backend settings is again the same thing. It's PRO, SAP IMG, SAP Customizing Implementation Guide, and then comes the Logistics General. Logistics General, Business Partner. Today it's a little too slow actually. I don't know why. See, in the Logistics General, we do have the customization part for Material Master also, wherein we created the material type and everything, right? Likewise, we have something called as Business Partner. In the Business Partner, the vendors. Okay, vendors, control. SPRO, SAP IMG, Logistics General, Business Partner, vendors, control, under which we have all the details, be it number ranges or field selections optional, mandatory, vendor sub range, and all the details pertaining to the vendor's backend settings are found in this particular place. Okay, first thing that I'm going to do is I'll show you on how to create an accounting group in the first place. Okay, define accounting groups and field selections, execute the same thing. Okay, what's the standard accounting group for a vendor?
We are
Don't
doing
remember?
KRED.
Yes, that's right. KRED is a standard for a vendor. So we will just select that across and we will copy it across. Yesterday we did replicate it, right?
This
We replicated it to ZRED. Wait, I'll delete it across. Yes, I'll delete it. I'll save it. So you just need to copy it. I mean, it's not that you can't go ahead and create something else, okay, which starts with Y or something. You can go ahead and do even that also. That shouldn't be a problem, okay. ZRED, YRED, something of this kind, okay. Z, Y, according to your requirement. Name, vendors, that's fine to me. Click on enter. All the details will get copied across. Click on save. Okay. Now the ZRED vendor type is, sorry, accounting group is created across. Okay. Check in case it got created across or not. /n xk01. Come to the front end. ZRED. Click on enter. Okay. Again, the number ranges is now again internal number range will be coming. Okay. SK is my vendor name. I'll just go ahead and create one vendor also. Okay. Click on save. So the vendor number is 100269 with the accounting group as ZRED, which got created across. Now ZRED is ready. Correct, right? So now I want to do certain changes to it. Say for example, like what? I want to create a number range according to my company. Okay, my company says first this number range is what I want when KRED is picked up. Likewise, I want a different number range when I go ahead and use the accounting group as ZRED. Okay, just go back to the previous screen. It's still in the same screen. Okay, we have something called as define number ranges for vendor master records. You see this, right? Define number ranges for vendor master records. It's still in the same part, which is SAP SPRO, SAP AMG, Logistics General, Business Partner, Vendors Control. Under Control, define number ranges for vendor masters. Here, likewise, we defined across and intervals and everything for a material master, right? You remember SK was defined across, and likewise Harry also got defined across for a material master. You remember? Or
Yeah.
did you try that?
No, I didn't try that, but I remember.
Okay, which is fine, which is still fine, no problem with that. Okay, so we have something of the same kind even here also. Okay, wherein you will be creating an interval. Okay, and likewise there is something called as number range. We'll just need to select over here, and what it is and all these things I'll tell you about it, what needs to be done. Okay, first thing we are going to do is we are going to create a number range. Okay, I'll add an interval. My interval number is SK or whatever, some number, in case if you want to go ahead and give some number, any number which is not in this list, 01, 02, 04, 03, S2 is not, all these things are there. So you want to make use of some number, or shall I go with some specific number? I'll go with SK.
Go with this. Yeah.
That's fine, right? Okay. But we'll need to again cross check in case number ranges are used and are very important. Okay. The series with 3.
But SK, there is no number is there, right?
SK is not there here. See, number SK is not there. It's S2.
Then we can create any number ranges, right? From anywhere.
No, I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is by the end of it. You will get to know about it, why it is required, this number also. This SK will be linked across to the accounting group. Okay. What does this SK contain? This number range. Okay. From year to year is a number range, which is linked across to this SK. This SK will be linked across to ZRED, which is the accounting group, through which the number ranges will start populating across. Okay, so I don't think it's I mean there should be an issue in case if I make use of alphanumerics, I mean alpha, and I don't think it's going to ask me for alphanumeric. However, even I haven't tried it. Okay, uh, even I haven't tried it at all. That's fine for me anyways. Okay, so my number ranges will be 0 0 0 0, what is it, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, usually what happens, numbers of a vendor will be either 6 or 7 digits long generally, and in most of the organizations the vendor number will be either 6 digits or 7 digits long, most of the organizations. And in the
In
organizations
my
that I have
company,
worked,
it is 6 digit.
it's 6, huh? Okay, I mean in
Yeah,
HP
it's 6
also.
digit.
Okay, that's great. In HP also we do have the same kind of a number range. Okay, it still starts with I mean it still will be 6 digits long. Okay, now I'm going to insert a number range 5 lakh 1, and I'll not include too many numbers here. Okay, I'll just give 99 numbers, which is still fine with me. I am okay with 99 vendors. Okay, click on save. What would it happen? Let me see. Control, yes. It's not allowing me. Why? Just because I was supposed to click on enter. Okay. My number range interval is 5 lakh 1, and it's going to end at 5 lakh 99, and the name of the number range is SK. Okay, this is one thing. Now comes a question of whether I want this number range to be internal or external. Okay,
Okay.
now I'm so sorry. What happens if I click on this button, and what happens if I don't click on this button is very simple. Okay, if I click on, if see, you see this now, right? I didn't
Yeah.
click on this button, which means system is going to propose a number between this and this.
Okay.
Okay, that's for sure. I'll click on save now. I clicked on save. If I create a vendor, it's still not going to work because I'll have to assign it across over here. What's the vendor code I created it across? ZRED. You see this number, right? 02.
Yeah, 02.
What this 02 means is this
Okay.
269, 272. There are 272 vendors which are being created across. Actually, 100, 272 vendors created across. This number range is already assigned across to ZRED. But now I'll
Okay.
change it across and I'll assign SK as my number range. Okay. Then now the vendor number range will be SK. Click on enter and click on save. Again, I'll save it. I'll go back. Now I'll go back /n xk01. Okay, ZRED is my accounting group. Click on enter. Company, Harry Group of Industries. First term is H, country is India. Click on enter. Enter. Reconciliation account is 160000. Cash management group is A1. Click on enter. The purchasing data order currency is euro. Click on enter. Click on save. What's the vendor number?
5011. Yeah, 000.
Yeah, 5 lakh 1. Why 5 lakh 1 is because SK is the interval which controls this.
Okay.
Okay. SK is the one which controls this, and the number range is SK is linked across to ZRED. Okay. I'll remove this number range. Okay. I click on enter and I click on save. Okay.
Okay.
What happens now? /n xk01. Enter. Enter. What is this? A number range is not assigned to accounting group ZRED. It's working correctly. Correct, right?
Okay.
If I key in some details over here, it's supposed to pick up. If not, it's not supposed to pick up. Just correct.
Okay.
We'll go back. Okay. I'll create another vendor group. Okay.
One more doubt. If we click that external this thing between this 5000 to this 5099, for example, 5092, like that, can I create external vendor group?
1 minute, I'll tell you. I'll show you that. That is what I'm trying now.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
My number range is not SK, it is KS. Okay.
okay.
What does KS does is it goes to number range 5,000, 5 lakh 100 until 5 lakh 199. Correct, right? Even now, if I don't click on this external button, okay, it doesn't work.
We'll start.
When I click on this external and I'll click on save, the changes were saved. Okay, I'll go back and assign ZRED to KS.
Yes.
Okay, I'll click on save. I'll go to vendor master /n xk01. Click on enter. What is this?
Account group use extension number and specify an account.
Why? Because
Specify that. Yeah.
no, we are supposed to key in manually. Correct, right?
Okay. Okay.
This
External
ZRED is
change.
linked across to KS. What this KS contains is external number range,
Okay.
which starts with 500100, ends with
Okay, so we have to.
500199. Yes, we are supposed to key in manually.
Okay.
Okay.
But any number range between this, not a problem, right?
See, in your system, there will be certain number ranges which are being already used across. So if that's the case, you will not be able to use that. If it's not used across, you can go ahead and make use of any number range without any overlap, as simple as that. Say, for example, if I use some number ranges, okay, so I can't overlap with that. If I click on one over here, it's going to give me an error. See, I'll show you that. See, enter intervals without overlap. It's going to ask me. There is already an overlap, so change it across is what it's going to see. Which is ideally wrong also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
You want to save changes? No. Okay. My number ranges is working fine for me now. Correct, right? My external number ranges, whatever I gave it, it's working. I'm not going to create this vendor. Okay. I'll still hold on to it. Fashion XK01. And the accounting group is ZRD, which is created, and the number ranges is working fine. Now, I'll go inside, I'll go to /xk02. Okay. What's the vendor number that we created last time? 001.
Which one? Okay. Okay, SK.
001. Yeah, ready. SK.
Okay, SK. Okay.
SK. This is the one which we created, right?
Yeah, this one. Okay.
Right. Okay. Now comes a question. I'm not gonna make any fields pertaining to finance optional or mandatory because we don't know how it's gonna behave. Okay. Until and unless business gives a confirmation saying that you do this. Until this, I'm not gonna change anything. Okay. But however, when it comes to this fields, okay, I can play around with that. Correct, right? So terms of payment. You see this terms of payment? It's blank. It's optional also. Is it mandatory? No. Correct, right? I want this field to be mandatory all the time. So how do I change it? Simple again. We'll just need to go back again one step. You see this, right? Field selection.
Okay.
Define account groups and field selection. Okay. I'll execute this across. I'll go to ZRED. Okay. What is that? I want the fields to be changed across, and where does this particular thing lie? Where does it lie? See, what are the field status which you want to make optional or mandatory? You can go ahead and make anything and everything. There is nothing wrong in it, actually speaking. Okay, I'll show you even that also for that matter in case if you want to. Say for example, this as term is mandatory, right? Usually, generally, this is mandatory all the time. No matter what you do, you will not be able to proceed further. But the street number is not mandatory now. Correct, right? You can go and make even that also mandatory or optional. Okay. In the address, you see this form of address, search term, all those things, anything and everything, you can go ahead and change it across. Okay.
So this is not like what we see in material masters, like which we have to go into the technical data, see that number, and we put it. When we do the field, this thing in material master, what we do, we'll go into the technical data and we will.
Yes. First,
So
we are going
here
to
it
identify
is.
the number,
Yeah,
and then you'll have to change it. Logically
here,
speaking,
yes.
that's the right way. You know why?
Okay.
You will at least try and remember the field names, technical
Okay.
field names, which is very, very important. Let me tell you, without having the knowledge on certain, I mean, it's not mandatory that you should be having each and every field's technical knowledge. Okay, I mean, technical field name, but there are certain fields. Say, for example, LIFNR, which means a vendor number. Okay, I should be aware about it. Without which it will be a little tough for me, right? When I'm working as a consultant, I might not, I mean, they might say me that there's a vendor number, but you will not be having access to vendor number. Okay. But however, when you go to technical details, you'll still be able to access it across in some other way. Okay. So for which you will need to be aware about it, which is very, very important. Okay. Whichever way SAP has provided us, we can blame SAP for it, and they are happy with this thing. We'll go with this for now. Okay. So over here, what I've done now for now is I'll go back again. I'll come back again. We are trying to make and field optional or mandatory, and how can that be done is as simple as again the same logical path, which is SAP SPRO, SAP IMG, Logistics General, business partner, vendors, control, define account groups and field selections for a vendor. Okay, and again this thing will again be controlled by what? Accounting group only. Each and every accounting group can have different kind of fields as mandatory or optional also. Okay, so one usual thing that we usually do is this payment terms. Usually this is not what is it mandatory. What we are generally make this as I mean it's usually optional. However, we most of the times we make it as mandatory. The reason behind the same is because of automatic invoice settlements. Automatic invoice settlements most of the time will be dependent on this particular thing. So we generally change these things. Okay. However, whichever, I mean, name me one thing where you want to change it now. I'll go ahead and change the same thing
Purchasing data.
in the purchasing data itself. Okay. In the purchasing data, there are three different things which can be changed across. However, we don't touch on now because you don't know anything about it. What is there inside it or not? So I'll not touch it. I'll go to purchasing data itself. I'll be showing you what is there inside these things. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll show you now itself after this class and before winding up this class. Okay, we'll go to purchasing data and we see that terms of payment is an optional entry. We'll make it as a mandatory. Okay, or wait, we'll not make it mandatory. You see this purchase order currency is what is this? It's required entry. Correct, right? This terms of payment is required entry. Okay. What I'll do is I will make it as display mode.
Okay.
Okay. I'll make encode terms as display. Likewise, there is something as wait, let me go to that field itself directly. I'll be able to make something else also. Okay. Automatically generated purchase order. You see this, right? You want the automatic purchase order to be there or not and all this. Correct, right?
Yes.
Is my voice clear and audible, Harry? I think there
Yeah,
is
yeah,
some
yeah.
issue. Yeah.
No,
It's
no,
audible,
it
right?
was audible. It is audible the way if I reply, it is coming to you after 2 3 seconds, I think. Because once I start replying, you keep on
Uh-huh.
talking, and after 2 3 seconds only you just listening to what I am saying. So I think in that part, there is a delay in delivery.
Okay, okay, no problem, no problem then. So you see this now, okay? In this particular screen, what is mandatory is order currency is mandatory. Terms of
Okay.
payment is optional. Encode terms is optional. Likewise, automatic purchase order. There is a field called as automatic purchase order here. Okay. What I'm going to change here is I'll make terms of payment as mandatory. Encode terms as optional and automatic purchase order. I will suppress this field. Okay. There are one, two, three changes that I've done onto the screen. Okay. I click on save. I've saved it. What I'll do now is I'll go ahead and try viewing the data, what is done and all those things. Okay, first let me see one change, whether it's reflecting or not. See, you see this? Terms of payment, it's mandatory. So I will have to key in some data here. If I click on enter, it went to the next screen, which is correct. But if I go to the next, the previous screen, you see this encode terms?
It was in display mode. Now
I mean,
it
it
is
was in
coming
change mode.
to
It was in change
suppressed,
mode.
right?
No. Terms of payment, it was an optional mode. It was made mandatory.
Optional.
Encode terms was an optional mode. It is now in display mode. Likewise, there was something called as automatic purchase order here, right? It got suppressed across. Okay.
Okay.
I will do one more thing. Wait. I'll go inside the purchasing data again. Okay, the same purchasing data. Terms of payment is what? Required entry. Encode terms is an optional entry again. Okay, and automatic purchase order is an optional entry. Okay, and let me go with this thing. I'll tell you what I wanted to show you is I'm okay with this thing. It got shared across. I'm going to create a new vendor now. Okay, XK01. I'll copy this vendor number and I'll replicate it across. Okay, how to copy a vendor number and details is as simple as this, in this way. Okay, you'll just need to key in the vendor number. Okay, and then the company code and the purchase organization. Here, to which company code you want that to be, to which purchase organization, and what's accounting group. Now comes this question. Okay, it's not going to work if I let it just in that way because it's an external number range. Okay, so company, this is Harry Group of Industries. Custom is H. Okay, I click on enter. Everything got copied across. Okay, now see this. This is what field? This is an required field. Correct, right? You see this?
Yeah.
It's a required field. I'll make it. Yeah, that's correct. So now in core terms, there should be some value. Okay, let me go with some value. 001, 001. Okay, terms of delivery are not defined. Oh, okay. DDP. Let me give this. Okay, I gave DDP and 0001. Sorry, 001. Okay, the vendor number is 500100. Correct, right? The vendor number is 500100 slash in XK02 500100. Now what I'm going to do is I'll go to the same purchasing data. Okay, same purchasing data. I'll make this encode terms as display mode. Okay, what happens is you see this? Harry?
Yeah.
See, this DDP is there. But can you change anything over here? No, because it is set to DDP after it was keyed in. Okay. Even that can be done in this particular thing. Okay, I'll put it
just
back.
a minute. Before this, what you did, you gave a reference number and again on the top you gave another vendor number. So that means with this reference it will copy all the attributes of that vendor number. Before doing this,
I'll tell you. Slash n xk01. Okay. All the details which are there in this vendor will be replicated across. That's correct. But the reason why I gave a vendor number is why? Why did I give it? Just because it is ZRED. Absolutely. ZRED and the number range is KS. KS is nothing but an external number range. So that's the reason why I keyed in a vendor number here. Okay. So this should be now ideally 101 in case if I'm going to create a new one. Okay. But if I don't key in anything over here, click on enter, it gives me an error. Correct, right?
Because yeah. Okay.
And if you want to say, for example, if you want to replicate any vendor, okay, there's a way we usually, I mean, in case in quality system, what happens is there will be an issue in production system. Okay, we are trying to replicate it across. We'll just copy one number and we'll replicate it across in quality system also, but with a different number range and everything. Usually
Okay.
and generally, the same number range will be there available in all the three systems. Sometimes it might not be there as well. So at that point of time, what we do is we'll go ahead and proceed in this way.
Okay.
If you want to replicate it across, you can go ahead and replicate it across in this way.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay. So this is about the accounting group.
And one more thing, that Incoterms, before that, now you keep it mandatory, and after that you change it, right? So, for going forward, for all this thing, it will be default DDP if we put the same
No,
reference,
no,
or
no, 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 no. I'll show you. I'll show you. Wait. So what's the vendor number that we created? 100.
I,
Correct, right?
yeah.
100. Now if I create it with 101, what happens is the Incoterms which is there in 100 will be replicated across to 101. That's correct. If I don't give any reference here and if I delete it across, now I will have to key in manually in case if I will have to. But actually speaking, what would be the condition is it will be in grayed out status.
Okay.
Okay, I'll show you that in 1 minute. Harry Group, H, click on enter. Reconciliation account, I keyed in enter. You see this now, Incoterms?
Yeah. Okay.
It's grayed out. However, /n xk01, okay, it's 101. When I replicate it across from my previous vendor, okay, it will get copied across. Oops. Where is it? It didn't get replicated across.
Okay.
Why? Why? Did I save 100? Yes, I did save it across. 1 minute.
100 is the reference I can go where we made change.
1 minute. I'll check it across. 1 minute. If did I make any changes or not, I'll just check it across. 100. I'll directly go to purchasing data. It's there. Then why it is not coming here?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yes. No. The way it is coming is absolutely perfect. The reason why it is not coming is because it's in display mode. If I put it across into optional mode, okay, or yeah, I'll show you that also. Wait, I'll save it across. I'll put it in optional mode here. Okay, see this? For Incoterms, I'll put it in optional mode. Okay. Now I'm going to replicate it across again. /n xk01. The new vendor number will be 101. See, it comes. The reason why is whenever it's in display mode, you will not be able to write it across, right? You wouldn't be able to make any changes to it. Correct, right? Just because the reason why it came the last time is because it was already created across. However, we made the changes after that. Okay, that's the reason why it was coming at that point of time. But whenever we try to replicate it across, it wouldn't be coming. The reason is it's already in grayed out status. Say for example, this is already in grayed out status. Will I be able to edit it across? No. See, it's not going to be possible, right? Likewise, the same thing happened even with this also.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what it was. So with this, what we have learned for today is we have learned how to create an accounting group, how to make a field optional or mandatory. Okay. Likewise, another thing is number ranges, both internal and external for now. Okay. There is something also called as what? Vendor sub range. Okay. What it is vendor sub range. There is something called as vendor sub range here. You see this? The one which I have highlighted for now. So what this vendor sub range means is you will be definitely having a pair of shoes, right? And both sport shoes,
Yeah.
also the normal casual. I mean, sorry, the regular wear. What is that called?
Okay.
Casual wear. No, the casual wear is nothing but the sport shoes. Other one is the formal shoes. I'm so sorry. I'm very
Okay.
bad at it. Okay. So you have a sport shoe, right?
Okay.
You have it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the brand? What
Yeah. Yeah.
the brand of it?
It's a Reebok.
Reebok, right? Is Reebok into manufacturing only sport shoes, or do they have any other products?
They have a lot of other products.
Can you name a few?
They have belts. They have caps. They have glasses.
Hmm. They have many, correct, right? There are many
Yeah.
which even you might not be aware and even I'm not aware about. Okay, so definitely for sure there are caps, wristbands, and even they do have dumbbells also. Okay, so there are many
Yeah.
products. Let's take an example of a Reebok itself. What's the name of our vendor is Reebok. Okay, our vendor is
Okay.
Reebok. What vendor Reebok is providing me is Reebok shoes, Reebok sunglasses, Reebok watches, Reebok wristbands, and everything. Let's go with only 4 products for now. We are okay with it. Okay. What happens is I'll go to this Excel. What is the name of my vendor is Reebok. Okay. Control X, Control V. Shoes, shoes at one corner, and belts. What is the other one? Watches. What's the other one? Glasses, sunglasses.
Glasses.
Okay, we are okay with this.
Yeah.
What's the name of the vendor still? It's Reebok. Okay,
Reebok.
Reebok is my vendor name. So what happens when I place an order with Reebok? He can provide me what are the products. Let's assume that these are the only 4 products he's going to provide me. Okay, he can provide me all these 4 products. Now I have created a purchase order. Okay, for shoes, and I have ordered for about 5,000 pieces. Okay, I've ordered for about 5,000 pieces based on my customer order. My customer said, asked me that, boss, I am in urgent need of 5,000 pair of shoes from Reebok. Okay, I will be in turn getting in touch with Reebok. Okay, I'll be placing an order with purchase order for Reebok for 5,000 units. All of a sudden, my customer calls me and he says that, no, I don't want 5,000. I'm happy with 2,500. And the customer that he had is saying that, no, I don't want so many. I am okay with 2,500. Okay. What was earlier? It was 5,000. Now it is 2,500. Right? Likewise, there are something called as belts also. There was an order of the same kind for all. Let's assume that we have the same kind of order and same thing happened for all the pieces. I mean all the products. Okay. Now,
Okay.
who is the person responsible for us for this shoes? Still Reebok.
Reebok.
For belts? Still Reebok. For watches? Still Reebok. For glasses? Still Reebok. What in case if I knew the person, or if I had a direct line for the team which is going to take care of only shoes? If after of the team which takes care of only belts, of the team which takes care of only watches, of the glasses, of the team which takes care of only glasses. The reason why this is required is, say for example, I placed a purchase order today, okay, with a delivery date tomorrow. I said, boss, I have a huge requirement. I need to crack this deal no matter what. I want 5,000 units tomorrow in the morning in my warehouse. Okay, I called Reebok and I convinced him and he said, okay, fine, I'm sending it across. Okay, in the meanwhile, okay, the order got cancelled and it went up to 2,500. Okay, this is what has happened in real time. Okay, now I'll have to contact whom? Reebok. Correct, right? By the time I contact Reebok and by the time it reaches shoes, the order might be on the way. Correct, right?
Yes.
The 5,000 units might be on the way already. So it's as simple as I have to ensure that I'll have to pay for 5,000 units, or I'll have to return 2,500 units, which is again gonna cost me the delivery charges. Correct, right? And also it's gonna lost to Reebok. In case if Reebok says, no boss, you placed an order, I have delivered it. It's none of my business. I'm not gonna take your 2,500 units back. If he says this, there is no other go. I'll have to bear this 2,500 units until and unless I find a customer. Correct, right?
Yes. Yes.
So in order to avoid this, there is some concept called as vendor subrange. Okay, what happens in vendor subrange is slash n xk01. Okay, I'll go with the CMZRAD. What's the vendor number is? Did I create 101? Yes, I didn't create it.
Yes.
So I didn't create it. So Reebok Industries or Reebok Group of Companies. Reebok Group, simple. Okay, I'll not make it complicated. Reebok R is my system. I click on enter. I'll go enter, 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 enter. We are in the final page. Okay, wherein there is something called as vendor subrange here. Okay, add purchasing data. You see this? Add purchasing data. Where this was is in the extras.
Yes.
Okay,
Add purchase.
add purchasing data. Okay, data retention at VSR level allowed. Data retention at plant level allowed. Click on this. Click on enter. What it's gonna see is, see this sub ranges. Correct, right? I'll go back again. Slash in xk01. Probably, I mean, usually we tend to miss out certain screens, okay, which is very important. Okay, Reebok group, click on enter, Reebok, click on enter until you reach the purchasing data view. You see this sub ranges? It's grayed out. You click, no matter how many times you click, it's not going to open up. Okay. However, when you go to extras, add purchasing data, data retention at BSR level, click on enter. See now, click on vendor sub ranges, it gets opened up as. See this, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Why? What happens is, what is the vendor number?
101.
101. What's the VSR description is? Reebok shoes. Correct. Other one is Reebok belts. Okay, I click on enter. Click on enter and I click on save. Okay, what happened now? It's not complete yet. Okay, it's not complete yet. Slash and xk02. 101 got created across. I selected the purchasing data. Click on enter. It is not that you have to come here and you'll have to do it only here. Okay, you can do it in the other way also. I'll show you how to do it. That's the significance of vendor subrange. That's one very important significance of vendor subrange, wherein, you know, in order to avoid the delays, say for example, what in case if I had a contact details of a Reebok person, I mean a contact name, details, and email ID of the person who is held particularly responsible for, I mean, selling the shoes, that would have been much simpler for me, right? I could have avoided an order, correct, right? And that would have been very easy for me also, right?
But if we are having four different product of ranges, when we assign the material type, material number itself, we will assign it different material numbers, right? With that reference, we can also work.
No, you wouldn't be able to. Why?
This
Why?
is for example, no, the sub-range why you are creating to identify bells and glasses, everything separately, right? That's the reason.
Okay, say for example, your concern was, say for example, I have four different material types. One with shoes, one with belts, one with sunglasses, and the other one with something else. Okay, let's have four material types is what you're saying. And then the vendor can be linked across accordingly is what you're trying to say, right?
Yes.
Correct, right? So is
Yes,
that really
yes.
required? Is that really required?
No, that way we can do it, right? It is possible, right?
No, it's still not possible. The reason is material number will be linked across to a vendor. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I got no issues.
Okay.
Why it cannot be done is simple. How many material types will be created across in case if each and every material has to be linked across to a material type. Say for example, Reebok provides about 100 different materials.
So do I need to create 100 different material types? Which is logically wrong.
No, for
Material type.
example, in belts they have different 100 models in belts. So if they are creating 100 different part numbers for with one number series for belts,
Okay.
and for glasses they are producing different models will be having. So they are creating one number ranges. So with that number ranges, they can identify, right, instead of vendor assignment.
Okay. So you will be having only one vendor, or how is it?
Yeah, we will be having only Reebok vendor. Under that, there will be four different series of number ranges. Identify four different this thing departments. Four different kind of products.
So four different products, four different vendors again.
One vendor and four different types of number ranges. With a reference of number ranges, we can identify the different products.
Why do we need to do it in that way?
No, that way is it
I mean,
possible? And
what you're talking is right. I mean, there is nothing wrong in it. But why do you need to complicate it across?
okay, no,
See,
I
no,
am
the reason
asking.
why it's correct. See, what
Yeah.
you said was right. I don't say no to it. Say, for example, you have four different products, four different material types with different number ranges. Perfect. I have four different vendors. Okay, four different account groups I have, with which I will be getting four different number ranges again for it. Okay. And vendors also will be having a contact name. I mean, say for example, if my vendor is responsible for Reebok shoes, if my vendor name is Reebok shoes, I'll put in the contact name of the vendor Reebok shoes. Likewise for vendor belts, sorry, Reebok belts, and for Reebok sunglasses and Reebok something. Okay, four different vendor groups. Okay, accounting groups. Along with that, four material types. Don't you think that it'll be a little too much?
Yeah, I understand, but
But exactly, I mean, what you said was right. I mean, it's not that it's not possible at all. Even in that way, also you would still be able to do it. But the reason why we have vendor
if,
sub
if, if
ranges,
it is the case that Reebok has only one centralized account center, so that we can fill in all.
mhm.
Okay,
and
if that is
also,
the case,
and
then
also,
it's
I'll,
okay.
I'll tell you one more thing, and I'll one more thing. Say, for example, you have four different material. You need not create four different material types with four different number ranges. We can still go with the same number, one material type, okay, with the same number ranges. I'm okay with that. But I will create four different vendors, okay. Not even number ranges are required. Create four different vendors, okay. Five, say for example, 5,000, 5 lakh one. I'll call it as 101 vendor, okay. 101 vendor is held responsible only for shoes. 102 for 103 for uh, glasses. 104 for wristband, something, okay. I have different vendors. This vendor is held responsible for shoes, so I'll match it with a material number. I'll create a purchase order, which is even still simple, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I
This is
agree with
possible,
that. Yeah.
but the reason why we have vendor sub ranges, we don't even want to create other three vendors. I'm just okay with one vendor. Okay, my company says, boss, I can give you only one vendor option. You differentiate across and do whatever. Don't mind. Okay, what I want is simple. In case if I have issues, I need to go ahead and contact only that particular person.
Okay.
Okay, how would you manage it? It's up to you. This is again Reebok Group. Now, just one step in the previous thing. Okay, I'll be rectifying it now. Go to extras, additional purchase. I'm so sorry. Data retention at VSR level, exactly right. And subrange, vendor subranges, shoes. Okay, Reebok shoe. Click on enter. Okay, F3. Now what it does is this details will be captured as for wait SK1 number. Let's assume that. Okay, this is one subrange. Go to subrange again. I made a mistake again. Why? There's something wrong with me here. Or maybe no, I have forgotten its ages.
Sorry.
I think I have forgotten what it is. I'll delete this. I'll delete this. I'll save it. Wait. I'll tell you what was wrong. It is still there. When the subranges is shoes, box shoes. Okay. Click on save. Click on enter. Click on this. Double click. And now send it across. Hey, it's not working. Why? Give me a short sequence number. What did I back and did I do it or not? This is fine. See, the only over here, in case if you select this vendor subrange, you need not go and do it over here. I mean, we went to extras and additional purchasing data, right? Do only that thing over here. But in the front, there is something which I have missed out. I don't know what it is. No other data defined. Do you want to create the difference data? Yes. Yes, this is the right one. I was clicking on the wrong button for all this time, and I was trying to create one and unable to get it. This is right. Okay. So /n xk0. Okay. /n xk01. 03. Again, Reebok group. Reebok. I'm so sorry. Even see, even I'm an old guy now for SAP. Even I don't know anything. Okay, go to alternate data. It's gonna ask, okay, there is no other data. You want to create a different data? Yes, click on yes. What's a vendor subrange? Shoes. Vendor description is Reebok shoes again. I'll go with Reebok shoes. Click on enter. Choose a view. Okay. Click on purchasing data. Click on up. I'll show you again. Okay. Now, what is the name of the salesperson? SK2. Okay. What's his number is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. Click on enter. Okay. We got Reebok shoes as a vendor subrange. Okay. Create one more. Okay. Create it as belts. Okay. Reebok belts. Okay. Click on enter. This is SK3 and this number is 7654321. Okay. Click on enter. See, you can see this now, right? What happens is I'll click on save now. /n xk02. Click on enter. Click on enter. If you go to subranges, you have belts and also shoes. Okay. Yes. Go back. Go to alternate data. You double click on it. You get the contact. I mean, salesperson name, who is the person who is held responsible to it, and also who is and also as contact number. Okay. Click on next detail. Nothing is there. Go back. Click on Reebok shoes. The person name is SK2 and his telephone number is 123456. Okay. So in case if I place an order, what's the vendor number? It's still 103. The vendor number is still 103. However, if I go to the shoes, the contact person name is SK2 and his contact number is this. And if I go to what is that? One minute. What is that other one? This is shoes. The other one is belts. Okay. These words are not coming easily to me. I'm so sorry. Okay. If I go to belts, it's SK3 and his contact number is this. If it's shoes, SK2 and his contact number is other one. Okay. And it will be easier for me also. And I'll give a call directly, establish a call directly to him, and I'll tell him saying that, boss, this is what happened. So please ensure that you're going to send me only about $2,500 or 250 pieces or whatever it could be. So this is one significant feature, and this is also again controlled by what? Accounting group. How is it controlled by accounting group is, I'll create one more vendor number and I'll show you that also. Okay. Did you follow the step?
Yeah.
It was a little confusing. You followed
it?
It
was okay. Yeah.
Okay. So what happens now for all this time was we were trying to go to extras and purchasing data, right? Now I'll click on this vendor subrange. Okay, I'll click on save. Data was saved. Now see what is going to happen. Adidas. Okay, Adidas. Got enter. It got replicated across. Everything is fine. It came over here. You see this? It's already readily available. Correct, right? You need not go to extras or add purchasing data and click on this and click on select this. Nothing is required. Actually, you just need to click on alternative data. Click on S. Okay. Vendor subrange is AD, and again it's shoes. Click on enter. You'll need to select the purchasing data over here. Click on OK. And the contact person name is Hardy, and his number is something. Click on enter, and likewise you'll create another one, as many as you want. Actually, you can go ahead and do it in that way. Okay, I'll go with DA, and this is belts. Selected it already. So the contact number name is Ty. Okay, this number is something like this. Click on enter. See, it keeps on adding in this way. Even though if you have 100 of products.
If we are creating this sub range, for example, if I'm going to send a purchase order to this thing Adidas, so will this sub range also will be mentioned in the purchase order, or?
Definitely yes. What happens is a mail will be shot across to this vendor, okay, and even to this. It will be looped across directly to this. In case if an email address is being added across, it will be looped across to this directly.
So all the transactions will happen with this reference only. With
yes.
Everywhere. Okay.
Yes. It's going to happen in that way. Okay. And if I remove this, okay, it's as simple as you will have to go ahead and manually do it. That's it. That's the only difference. 104. I didn't create it, and add to the purchasing view. Purchasing view, see, alternative drives not selected. If I select this particular field, it gets replicated across into the front end. Got it?
Okay. Okay, and if, for example, in material, we have to assign a vendor number, right, for each material.
Yeah, you will be doing it, and you will be learning it in the next class.
Yeah.
When I talk about purchase information record. When will that be created?
Okay.
And how will that be created? Sorry?
So that time in a material you have to do enter both the thing, this thing, right? For example, vendor code as well as subrange predominantly to have to follow up.
No. You will just need to still go ahead and key in only the vendor number. That's fine. That's sufficient. Okay. Also, I have one more question now. Go ahead, please.
But how will it know that this this part number belongs to shoes or belts or something if you give only the vendor number?
That's still fine. I'll tell you how it is. Okay, don't worry about it. I have a question now. When will an vendor and material be linked across? And what's the combination and what's the sequence of it? Say for example, you have vendor also. You have a vendor and also a material also. What's the scenario wherein you will be creating a combination of it?
Where you will be assigning a material to the vendor.
That's correct. Okay. When will you create it? What's the requirement? Or what's the time? And what are the inputs required for you to go ahead and create a combination? Material and vendor number, that's absolutely perfect. I don't say no to it. But what's the scenario? And what is the time? In a life cycle of a procurement, what's the time that you're going to create it?
When I'm going to purchase from the vendor.
No. The only time that the purchase, the information is, the combination of both material and vendor master with the details of both pricing and everything, including the lead time, delivery time, Incoterms, and all those details will be captured across during PIR, which is purchase info record. Okay, purchase info record will be created only once the quotation is sent across. Okay, when we send a quotation, I mean, we will not be knowing. See, I'll create a material master. Okay, that's a moving average price. Okay, which is nothing but a rough price as per the market standards. Okay, that's not the right price actually. What happens? Who will be the one who will be providing me with the right price? It's a vendor. Correct, right? I'll send a quotation to the vendor saying that, boss, I am in need of this particular material. This is the quality that I am expecting. This is the delivery time that I am expecting. Okay. So with all these things, what will be the price that you will be able to provide me with? I'll send a quotation to about 10 vendors. All the 10 vendors will come back to me saying that this is a price, this is a price, this is a price, this is a price, this is a price. All these 10 different vendors have come to me and with the particular same material or different materials, right? I mean, I'm not going to send quotation only for one particular material. It will be for all the materials. So all the material and vendor combinations will maintain across with the vendor provided price.
Okay.
Okay, it's not the price that is maintained in the material master. Material master price is independent of the price in PIR of the vendor, or of, I mean, the price of a vendor might be different from the price of a material master.
Okay, so for both this thing, the connecting will be purchase info record, right?
Yes, absolutely. The connection will be in purchase information record. And what happened? Something went wrong. Am I audible, Harry? 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 Hello? Hello? Hello?
He's gone offline. He'll be online shortly.
Oh, okay, okay. I was wondering in case if something went wrong with my setup. I didn't notice that.
Sorry?
I mean, I didn't notice that Harry went offline. I thought like there is something wrong with my system.
No, I think we should keep an open eye on the attendee.
Yeah, probably his battery was down or something. Yes, he has
Maybe
messaged, I believe.
the internet.
Yeah, even that could be there. Yeah, your inter. Yes, my internet is fine. Connected to audio. Harry, you're still offline, right?
So he's come back online, but I think we can't hear him.
Okay. So how do we do it now?
He needs to log in again.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, okay.
I
Okay,
think
Harry.
there was some problem with my internet, I think.
Okay, no problem. So we're talking about the purchase info record, right? So what happens is once the quotation is being sent across, we will be creating a purchase info record with the price that is being suggested across by the vendor.
Okay.
Okay. So now going back to our learnings for today, we have learned how to create an accounting group and why do we need to create an accounting group as well? Because it's going to control the number ranges along with if it has any fields which is supposed to be set optional or mandatory, even that will be done along with the vendor sub range. Okay, this is the significance of a vendor account group. Along with this, there are a few more significances also of a vendor accounting group. I was talking about CPL and CPLD yesterday. You remember?
Yes, yes.
Okay, 1 minute. I'll go back. There is something called as vendor master records, number ranges. Go to number range. Okay. You see the CPD and CPDL?
Yes.
Okay. CPDL is having an external number range. CPD is having an internal number range. Okay.
Okay.
And I told you about the usage of CPD and CPDL. I'll show you
Yeah.
how it's going to work now. Okay, /n xk01 cpd. I'll not copy anything. Okay, click on enter. It's going to ask me again all the details. I think we lost Harry again. Is it? I think we lost him again, probably.
Now,
Yeah, Harry.
I think there is some problem with my internet. Okay, yeah, fine to good.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay. CPD is having an internal number range. 02 is a number range which is associated with it. What's going to happen is, just need to, I'll create a vendor and I'll show you how it's going to behave in the other one also. See, it's not even asking for a country number. I mean country code and all those details. You see, there are many details. Accounting information, nothing. Okay, reconciliation account, yes, it's going to ask me. Cash management, nothing. It asks me. When it comes to purchasing also, it's not going to ask me anything much. Okay, the vendor number is 270. Correct, right? 269 also, I have a vendor with ZRAD. Likewise, I have it for 270 for CPD. Okay, I'll go to our PO screen now. /n me21n. I'll create a PO and I'll show you what's the difference between a one-time vendor, CPD DL, along with a regular vendor. Okay. Harry?
Yes, yes, I'm there.
Okay. So this is the regular vendor, 500100 regular vendor.
Okay.
Let it load it across. Let it get loaded across. I'll show you what will be the impact and the difference. We are creating PO first time today. It will take some time. Okay, we have it. Okay, click on check. There will be no issues as such. Okay. See, there are no messages. When you go to this address tab, see, whatever we keyed in, what information that we keyed in over there, go to address detail, Harry Group, Star message, India, time zone, all those details are being created across over here. Correct, right? And I'll save it also. Let a PO get created across, shouldn't be a problem with me. The PO that is getting created across is with an regular vendor with the accounting group as ZRED. And W270 is my CPL CPT vendor. Yeah, the PO got created across and it's 17207. That's fine with me. Okay, this is the one-time vendor, just CPD vendor. See, this CPD vendor. Okay, I'll go ahead and create a material. Sorry, PO. The same material I'll make use of. PO ID is 1 and the net price is 1. Click on enter. Now see what's going to happen. Delivery date next work day, that's fine to me. But where is the address? It's getting replaced, 1 minute. Okay. Please enter name, city, location, and country. Why? Because we don't have anything here. Yes, we don't have anything here. Okay. So each and every time when you create a PO, okay, you will need to ensure that you will, I mean, in case if the vendor belongs to a CPD account group, which means I can make use of the same vendor to create as many POs as possible, but with different address, which means if I supply Reebok shoes, you might be supplying Reebok belts. Okay, the vendor number is still the same. Okay, but when I'm created with, I mean, it's more like, you know, I'll be procuring only for one time. So I'll while creating a PO, the purchaser will give my address here in the screen, and when he's procuring belts, he's gonna give your address. Okay, and he's gonna place an order. As simple as that.
Okay, fine, got it.
I'll just create it across also and enter. Okay, please enter name, city, location, and country. What name, what city, what location, and what country. And it still gave me the same error. Which is ideally not supposed to be giving me. This is what it is asking me now. Please enter the name as not my name or something. City, location, and country, right? I can't even read properly these days. What's 562106? Bangalore. Street address is this. Enter. See, it went off. See, no messages issued during the check now. Okay, I'll click on save. I'll get a PO number generated with that. Okay, I'll still go ahead and make use of the same PO number, I mean vendor number again. SK658, PO quantity is 1, net price is still 1, click on enter. It's going to again give me the same error. Okay, click on enter. By check the message again, it will give me the same error. Now go to address details and whatever, add the group such term as H, and your address is something. Okay, city name Bangalore 560001 Bangalore. Okay, country is India, region is 10, which is for Karnataka. I'll click on enter, check, fine, save. So which means the vendor number doesn't change. The vendor number is still the same. However, when I procure a material from this vendor code, whenever I procure a material this particular vendor code, it simply means that it's a one-time vendor. I can procure a material from any and every vendor. Okay, different vendors based on the address that I key in over here. Okay, that's one significance of a vendor also. So we are done with this. This is one thing which I'll have to be showing. Do you mind if I show it tomorrow?
Yeah, not a problem.
I'll be showing it. Don't worry. I mean, when it's in my parking, it simply means that it's in my parking, and I'll show it across to you. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'll delete this. CPL and CPL vendor, it's discussed across. Now, when it comes to the backend settings, okay, what did we discuss as? Accounting group creation, account group creation, and then field
Settings,
fields, optional mandatory display. Okay, optional mandatory. Then number ranges, both internal and what happened? Where did it come? Number ranges and number assignments. We did assign the same thing across to the accounting group, right? We created a number range SK and KS. We assigned it across to the accounting group. Correct, right? Likewise, vendor sub range is one thing which we learned also. Along with that, we learned one more thing. What is it? The last one.
one time vendor creator, SP, CPD, and
CPL and CPL.
D.
No, CPD and CPDL. Sorry, it is CPD and CPDL. Not CPL. It is CPD. It's CPD and CPDL. Wait, I'll show you that also. One more minute, I'll show you that. Where is that? It's here. See, CPD, CPDL. Okay, CPD is one-time vendor with internal number range assignment 02.
This two is okay. It is like from, if you want, you can copy the same type and we can create for us our own organization also, right?
Yes.
Same like the other account group. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
One minute. Define account groups and field selection. Okay. CPD, copy as ZCPD. Okay. One-time account. See, you can see this also. One-time account. Just need to click on enter and save. If you save it, it's created. Okay. You go to the ZRED. Is it in one-time account? If I select it, it will become a one-time account, but it's actually not. This is ZRED. Okay. However, when it goes to ZCPD, it's in one-time account. I haven't saved it yet. I'll save it across. Now it will be ZCPD is also an account group, which will be responsible for one-time vendors. One-time vendors with internal number range assignment. Okay. Yeah. So again, we'll go back to the sheet. CPD, CPDL. CPDL, it's as simple as this. You just give a try with this. In case if you don't find, I mean, you cannot get anything out of it. I'll let you know about it again. The only thing with CPDL is you will need to key in a number range. Okay. What number range it is? Again, you will need to come and identify it over here. It's S2. Correct, right? CPDL is S2. What is that S2? Go to intervals. What is S2? The number range starts with 9000003 and ends at 999999. So you can make use of any number between these two ranges. Yeah, I mean this is in my system. Okay, in your system it might be the same or different. Okay, and very important thing is it will be an external checkbox will be here, so it will be based on purely that. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. So that's it for today. So we have learned a little too much with this and this. Okay, so we are done with today's session. Okay, we'll wind it up today. We are thoroughly done with both material master and vendor master. However, you have a question pertaining to this particular thing: change material type with stock in warehouse, which is when the material is available in the warehouse. Okay, will that be? I mean, will we be able to change the material type or not? Is the question that was raised. So we will try it across and we will find it out how it's gonna behave. Actually speaking, when the stock is in the warehouse, it should not allow is the answer. However, we'll try it out. Okay. Okay. That's it for today. So we'll wind up the session.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll wind up for today. Sunny.
Yeah.
We are winding it up for today, Sunny.
All right. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks all. Good night. Bye
Good
bye.
night, everyone.